We are up to if talent. וממשיך במיימר. Stukkel, looks like it was on the whole night or something. Okay, וממשיך במיימר, the Rebbe Hayat continues in the Maimer. הנה לפני הצמצום, היה אין סייף בגילי. So of the Siv Dalit. ממשיך במיימר, והצמצום הוא רק לגבינו. This whole contraction of Hashem's only us. The contraction, where did the contraction have any effect? It's only when it's talking regarding us. In front of Hashem, regarding Hashem, this contraction does not block on anything at all. The same light of Hashem is shining after the tzimtzum, the exact same way it was shining before the tzimtzum. There's no difference. And like it says, you are the exact same Eibishter before you created the world, which means there's no difference before the tzimtzum and after the tzimtzum. It's completely even, completely the same. This whole contract blocking on Hashem's light in any form, in any way. The whole idea of a tzimtzum is only for the creations, for us, that we get to receive Hashem's light different, that there's room for us to exist, but not in front of Hashem. There's no tzimtzum. So what's this meant to mean? I complain. He explains it. Seemingly, it's not understood. How do you say that the tzimtzum, the tzimtzum and the creation of the world did not make any change? Seemingly, this is creating worlds to go to as low as they are, lower and lower until non-stop, so low. This is seemingly a mass. So and this is, well, what does it mean that there's no change before the tzimtzum and after the tzimtzum? Seemingly you have a world, you have things that are very big. Seemingly there is a change. So the Mittel Rebbe explains, Mittel Rebbe explains on what the Pasuk says. Seemingly that's not understood what the Pasuk says. Hashem, I have no change. This is referring to the level of Malchus the Ein Sof. How can you say that in this level of Malchus the Ein Sof there is no change? And violation is why? What's the question? This level of Malchus is not only in the high spiritual worlds, rather it's Kol Olamim Ilamim. It's Malchus, this kingdom is in all the worlds. He Malchus Kol Ilamim Ad Machitachte. The way he's explaining it over here, the middle of the Malchus, your Malchus, the way it is before the Tzimtzum is the exact same way after the worlds were created, and it's the same Malchus in all the worlds, till the lowest world. And this is what it says, there's no change. Seemingly, if you're talking about a light that is in the worlds, it's seemingly the level of Malchus, still one of the lowest levels, is in all the worlds to the lowest world. So when there is a change, even in Malchus, seemingly this should change, cause some type of a change in the level of Malchus, the Ein Sof, because it's getting addressed in all the Malchus of all the worlds. And if there's a change in the lowest Malchus, seemingly there's a change also in this level of Malchus, the Ein Sof. So he explains, to explain this, he explains this idea of tzimtzum, this idea of contraction. The im hoya Hashem faderech ilu va'olu. If Hashem make give his sustenance to the world and make the world in a form of ilu va'olu. Ilu va'olu is, it's like you have a orange, and the orange has in it this juice from the orange juice. And so too, in many things, you're taking the same thing, and you're just taking out of something that exists. You're low. You're making some type of a contraction in it. So how you neifel in shini his if the whole hashma of the Eibishter to the world, the whole symptom would be all. So there would be a, you could say that the olu and the world makes a change in the ilah. There's some type of a change. But because the way Hashem draws down the light, it's not in a way of a tangible hashpah. Rather, it's in a form of a light and a ray, only a light and a ray. Mevor gam de der Maas geloven in den safe baruch shel my lad in Kate the matad in tachlis. And like is medayik, this is the difference between oid and shefa, light and nourishment. So mevor gam de der Maas geloven in den safe baruch shel my lad in Kate the matad in tachlis. And also, like the Alter explains in this mimer, starting with the word, understand the concept that Aiden saved the infinite light of Hashem is shining all the way above, with no limit above, all the way that's high as you go. In the way, Shekavana Badik Allah and Aid, who literally is in an Ashefa Shapel Shinim specific Aiden safe, and not Shefa. Because Shefa, if in a Shefa you're making a tzimtzum in a Shefa, that is changing the Shefa itself. Right? If you have, in the example we said before, if you have an orange and you're changing it into orange, there's actually a change over here in what you have in your hands. If you have a light, you're turning on a light. And even if you're going to put a whole bunch of tints and curtains and different things to make the light be much less, but it's not changing the source itself. This doesn't change anything in the mashmiya by oil. So too, the same ideas regarding the tzimtzum. So too its own contractions, especially in the first contraction. The form, the way the first tzimtzum was done in a way of siluk v'diluk. Siluk means to totally set it aside and to jump over, which means you're pushing it away completely. The air was totally left, and it became a complete, hollow, empty place. And after all of this, after that you totally move the whole light aside, and there's a totally, completely empty place because you move the light aside. After that, they draw down a small, short, thin line, stream of light. So too, the whole idea of the contraction was made to begin with only in the oil, not in the moir. From all of this is understood that we explain that the whole idea of tzimtzum is what is only is the idea of oil, and in the oil that doesn't, when you make it tzimtzum, when you change around the light, let's say you put, like we said before, different tints on the light, it doesn't change the actual bulb, the source of the light. So too, we're saying over here with Yochel, with the Atzimus of Alakus, there's no shini in the essence of Alakus. The whole shini is only in the oil. He said it is a shagam in a even more than that. Not only that the tzimtzum is not in the moir, here we're saying even in the oil itself, in the light itself, there's no real change. Even though, yes, there seemingly was an idea of a contraction at Tzimtzum in the Oid. So the Oid itself seemingly has a contraction in it, and it is done in a form that what do we get from the oil? We only get a thin little short light. She said, "Gufa sham shachim be'efin shal katsa the dark or in shal tzimtzum." This itself, that the light is in a way of a short, thin light, is an idea of a tzimtzum. This was rather kach shetchilas ham shachosei hi alidei hatzimtzum. This itself, that the light is coming in a very thin form, is also tzimtzum. Besides for this itself, this that it was created is an idea of a tzimtzum. We call Markham in the Lishinisi, who Game, nevertheless, the idea of no change is even in the light itself, not only the Moed, even in the it's just high. And like he explains that this idea that there's no change, right, the mitzvah of Amanos Alakus, that this that there's no shitty in the oil is explained in it's high.
Well, there's two more. Nothing is coming. Nothing comes at 9. Navi comes at 9:10. So that's two more. So we're at 6. Informal. That's for sure.
Okay, to be continued.
And then we can do 35 minutes.